like to call this meeting of the City of Elkhorn Common Council to order. It's January 5th, 2026 at 5:30 p.m. Will you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Tim Schroeder,
Here.
Peter Harvey,
Here.
Gary Payson Jr.,
Here.
Ron Dunwoody,
Here.
Scott McClory,
Here.
Ken Minell,
Here.
Dan Roberts.
Here. Okay, our next item is public comment. Is there anyone here tonight that would like to be heard during public comment? Asking again, second time. Anyone? Seeing no one, we'll move on. Next, we have the consent agenda. We are going to pull item B and put it down under new business because there will be a little discussion about that item. But we've got item A is the meeting minutes of the Common Council December 15th, 2025. And item C, the J.R. Seltzer pay application number 4 in the amount of $9,642.50 for the Centralia Water Treatment Plant Reservoir Rehabilitation Project.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
We've got a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Gary Payson Jr.,
Yes.
Ron Dunwoody,
Yes.
Peter Harvey,
Yes.
Scott McClory,
Yes.
Ken Minell,
Yes.
Dan Roberts.
Yes. Okay, next we've got a report of city officers. For the mayor's report, we have an oath of office for Police Sergeant Christopher Brunning. Christopher, you're there. If you'd like to come up and stand up here.
All right, hi, I'm Tim Krug, I'm one of the city attorneys, and I have the privilege of administering your official oath tonight. So if you could raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Christopher Brunning,
I, Christopher Brunning,
having been elected or appointed
having been elected or appointed
to the office of Police Sergeant,
to the office of Police Sergeant,
but have not yet entered upon the duties thereof,
but have not yet entered upon the duties thereof,
swear that I will support
swear that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin,
and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin,
and will faithfully discharge the duties of said office
and will faithfully discharge the duties of said office
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
I'll email you both of them as well. Thank you.
Christopher, I think there's a pinning.
Yeah, so Mr. Mayor, just a little bit about Chris. He comes to us, he's been working law enforcement now in Walworth County alone for about 14, a little over 14 years now. So we're fortunate to have landed Chris and have him as a member of our team. He comes with numerous instructor certifications already, and we're really looking forward to having Chris lead one of our shifts. I think we were very fortunate to get the candidate that you have in front of you tonight. And I know his family is here with him as well, so I think he's gonna have one of those members come on up, if not more, to do the pinning of his badge, and so.
My wife is gonna do the badge.
Congratulations, Chris.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're excited. We're excited.
It's okay if you accidentally stick him as well.
I've had a lot of practice.
She's like, I finally get a little stick.
All right, the next item have is everyone's been waiting for these results of the pet mayor election, and Carl gave me a little notice to read. The 2026 Elkhorn pet mayor election was a great success, raising a combined $2,380, nearly 4 times more than the previous year. Proceeds from the fundraiser were split between the Elkhorn Food Pantry and the Lakeland Animal Shelter. The winner was Briggs Catchpaw. I believe there were some election shenanigans, but they raised a lot of money, so it was all for a good cause. Briggs will be here at a future meeting to get his collar. So, that's all I have.
Normally, the mayor at this point would also just let the people in the audience know that you don't have to stick around if you would like to hear about your evening, so just no pressure to feel like you have to sit through the rest of this meeting, so.
I think he was trying to keep them all here.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
There goes our gallery.
So just a couple of quick announcements. One actually pertains to our police chief. He will be retiring January 17th, as many of you know. The party/reception for chief has been scheduled for Friday, January 16th at 3:30 to 5:30 at the chamber. So thank you, chamber, again for letting us use your venue. But so we are looking forward to that. I know Casey's been working very, very hard on that event along with Teresa. So thank you to both Teresa and Casey for that. Just wanted to give some good news about the lead and copper testing, which has been done by the water department. That they had to go and take 60 samples around the city, and the good news is we were below the maximum, or I should say we didn't exceed the threshold, so that's good. And I want to thank the residents in the city who participated, because we had to find 60 households that were willing to let the city take those samples. So thank you to the residents who helped us complete that. Per national requirements, we do have to do it again under the EPA, so that testing will happen again with the same 60 sites this year. Just wanted to mention too, we did issue the RFP today for the comp plan update, so that will be, those will be reviewed and are due first part of February, so that was done today. And just one final notice, as far as speaking with water again, as you may remember, about last year you had all notices were sent out by the water department if you have lead lines or you may have lead lines, so residences will be receiving those letters again. Something we have to do annually, so I see Dawn shaking her head there in the audience, so thank you, Dawn. But so if you get a letter, that's why it's mandated for us to do that. And just as an FYI reminder, if it's unknown whether your property has lead lines because it hasn't been determined, you'll get you may have lead line notice. So it could be that it just isn't known. So that's it for me, unless council has any questions.
Okay, moving on to committee reports, public safety.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We had our Public Safety Committee meeting prior to the last council meeting. We had 4 items on there for consideration. 3 are under new business, under the first one for new business under Resolution 2601, which would be adopt Police Department Records Policy number 804, Ride-Along Policy number 404, and Off-Duty Law Enforcement Actions Policy number 341. The other one, so those are up for consideration under new business. We had one that we tabled. We wanted more information to be brought forward on that, and that's concerning vehicle use policy, and that information will be coming forth, and we'll have that discussed at another future Public Safety Committee meeting. And that's all I have.
All right, thank you. Next, we'll move on to new business, and let's get that consent agenda item out of the way first. It's item B, a 2-year contract with Clean Water Engineering to retain services for commercial cross-connection inspections for the 2026-2027 calendar years. I'd like to start that.
Just real quick preview. You saw that there was the proposed contract in there. There was a revised version that was circulated today, because we found that there were a couple mistakes in that, including, mainly dealing with the term of it. It said it would start in 28 and it's gonna start in 26. So that's been fixed in the revised version. After that, our city attorney, saw something else. So Tim, do you wanna?
Sure, am I on? Hello?
The three dots.
Shut off the three dots.
Okay, we don't know who?
No,
I'm back on.
no.
It happens to me every time.
Did the wrong way.
Oh, every meeting. Plugged in.
Thank you. It's just a minor correction. There are references in the proposed contract to the Department of Commerce, which no longer is in existence. It's now the Department of Safety and Professional Services. There's one reference to an administrative code section, COM 82, which would now be DSPS 382. So with that change, otherwise, I have no objection to the contract.
All right. Anyone have any questions or concerns?
So you're looking for a motion with those changes?
Right.
I'll make that motion.
Yeah. Second.
We got a motion and a second. Any discussion? It's a contract. Should we have roll call on that? Roll call, please.
Gary Payson Jr.,
Yes.
Ron Dunwoody,
Yes.
Peter Harvey,
Yes.
Scott McClory,
Yes.
Ken Minell,
Yes.
Dan Roberts,
Yes. And motion passes. Next, we have a discussion of possible decision regarding the proposed resolution 2026-01, a resolution amending the Elkhorn Police Department manual to adopt the Police Department Records Policy 804, Ride-Along Policy number 404, and the Off-Duty Law Enforcement Actions Policy number 341. This was all discussed in committee. Does anybody have any questions or concerns?
I'll make the motion then to approve resolution 2026-01.
I'll second.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second. Any questions? Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we've got discussion of possible decision regarding the purchase of a 2024 Chevy Silverado from Lynch Truck Center for $62,996 and the purchase of a plow from the LTR Power Center for $10,988. Is this yours, Matt? This truck?
No, it'd be the water utilities,
Oh, his water, okay.
but I believe it was budgeted for in the CIP. They're just getting some quotes for it. So,
Okay, and does this come in under the budget?
So I have a question because this isn't clear. So the first one from Elkhorn Motors with the plow is 74 grand. And then the second one is 62 plus the 10?
11?
My understanding is that the first quote was without the plow. So the first quote from Elkhorn Motors did not have the plow with it.
But on the memo, it was total is, you can go back, thank you. So, is it this plus this, is that?
Yeah, and that's without the plow, yeah. So 74,000 without the plow from Elkhorn Motors. It was 65-ish from Lynch for the truck without the plow. So it was about $10,000 difference.
And being a year older than the other one, it's not an issue from cost standpoint and warranties and, I forgot the other word. Depreciation, there we go.
It's a good question. I would defer to either our water superintendent who's sitting in the audience. Any concerns, Nate, at all about the difference between 2025 and 2024 in terms of the trucks?
Are they both new? The 24 is not used.
No, that's
Okay.
brand new, it's on.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna say it's 2 years old, that's all I'm saying.
Mhm. Okay, any further discussion? I would entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Dan Roberts,
Yes.
Ken Minell,
Yes.
Peter Harvey,
Yes.
Gary Peason Jr.,
Yes.
Ron Dunwoody,
Yes.
Scott McClory.
Yes. The motion passes. Next, we've got a discussion and possible decision regarding proposal from Ellers and Associates to amend the TID District Number 5 project plan for U.S. Shelter Homes Development and to prepare a pro forma for the project at a cost of up to $18,000.
Yeah, just for this one, I will say their proposal was, unclear in terms of, they gave two different prices in the proposal. They referenced that there'd be a savings if you got them to do the pro forma in addition to amending the project plan, but then they didn't tell you what the cost of doing the pro forma was. So they showed, so you could see the savings, but you couldn't actually see what the cost would be to hire them to do pro forma. So they provided that information today. They said the range for doing the pro forma would be between $10,000 and $15,000. And just for clarification, the pro formas, we've had them do that with some of the other recent TID projects that the city's approved. This is where they go through and look at the cost of the project, the revenues, what they're going to, what the cost is to the developer to do the project, so that when the developer comes to the city and says, hey, I want, a developer incentive of, let's say, 50% or 55%, whatever that number is there a justification? Can they meet that but-for test of that they really need the financing in order to do the project? So this is something that, the county's been pushing in terms of when it's been conditional for the county when they've, had to vote on the JRB, whether they'll vote for the project or not. They've wanted to see that pro forma done. So we've had that done the last couple of projects. It provides good, justification for the city in terms of obviously when you guys have to make that decision and that it's not just a, handout to the developer. So that's what the pro forma is, and that's what the $10,000 to $15,000 cost would be. And then it would be, $13,500 for them to do the actual project plan amendment, which would be done in conjunction with the pro forma. So that pro forma proposal is not in this packet. It would have to be added to the council agenda next time. So whether you want to, table the one tonight to the next meeting when you've got the pro forma proposal and the actual project plan amendment proposal, you can do that for simplicity.
I think they should be together.
So
Make a motion to table until next meeting.
Second.
We've got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Lastly, in new business, we have a discussion of possible decision regarding settlement authority for claims filed against the city.
And just for this one, I know there are a couple of questions from the council, and I apologize that there wasn't a memo in the packet for this one. As the council is probably aware from prior conversations, CIVMIC the city's participating in this pilot program through CIVMIC for our liability claims this year, where CIVMIC is going to help us, review and process those claims, all claims, as opposed to just those that would be above our deductible. So as part of that, they've asked us whether the council wants, all the claims that they're handling to still run through the council in terms of reviewing, let's say when we got, the claim for the damage to, the vehicle driving over we had the vehicle that got damaged driving over the manhole cover. Whether you want those claims to come through. Is there a dollar threshold of which you would want them to handle, making the determination on whether to accept or not, or whether you want them to, they can either, have a settlement authority up to $1,000, $2,000, whatever that number is, or they can review the claim, make a recommendation on the claim, and still present that to the council as we've been doing before, and you would just get a recommendation from them on what to approve or not approve. So this is just a procedural question we're seeking guidance on, so.
My thoughts is, I like to be able to see it before decision, so we know what's going on. That's just my thoughts.
I think I'd like to see the recommendation that they have and then make the decision ourselves, so.
And that, yeah, that's perfectly fine, so we'll just pass that information along to them and,
Yep.
oh.
There's only two of us to talk, so.
Does everyone agree with that? or-
Sure.
Okay, so we will just proceed accordingly, so, thank you.
All right. Next, we're going to be going into closed session. The common council may entertain a motion to go into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute section 19.851C to consider employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercise responsibility. That's a discussion regarding employment contract with Police Captain Al Brandel to serve as interim police chief. We can also go into closed session. The common council may entertain a motion to go into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin State Statutes, section 19.851E, for the purpose of deliberating or negotiating the purchase of public properties, the investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session. This is a discussion regarding making an offer to purchase on the following properties: tax key JA 409100001 and JA 44190002. And lastly, the common council may entertain a motion to go into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute section 19.851G, conferring with legal counsel for the governmental body who is rendering oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is or is likely to become involved. And this is a discussion regarding the Town of Lafayette notice of intent not to renew or continue service under the Elkhorn Area Fire Department Service Agreement. We will be reconvening into open session for any action on these three items. Do I have a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.
Second.
We've got a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Gary Payson Jr. is who
Yes.
I heard first. Okay. Ron Dunwoody.
Yes.
Peter Harvey.
Yes.
Scott McClory.
Yes.
Ken Minell.
Yes.
Dan Roberts.
Yes. Motion approved. Okay, we're back in open session at 6:19. Our first closed session item we discussed was a possible decision regarding the proposed contract with Police Captain Al Brandel to serve as interim police chief.
I make a motion to compensate Captain Brandel at as the acting chief at the 6% rate discussed.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we've got a discussion about the purchase of the two properties. I won't bother to read the tax keys again.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to move forward, make an offer as discussed in closed session on those two tax keys listed.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. And lastly, we had discussion regarding the Town of Lafayette notice of intent to not renew their service contract.
Yes, and make a motion to have the city attorney draft a letter acknowledging, as well as the expectations that they follow through on the contract as noted until time is up.
A motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
And Mayor, sorry to, could we circle back to 10A about the contract with Police Captain Al Brandel? I know that there was a motion to approve compensating him at the the 6% discussed technically was, 5.77%, but the bigger issue is the fact that I think we're looking for a contract, or a motion to actually approve the contract. It's not just the compensation, but you guys need to approve the contract for him to serve as the interim.
I'll amend my motion to reflect that.
I will change my second. Reflect the change.
All right, we've got an amended motion and a second to include the contract language. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Adam.
Okay.
You're doing it right. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.